Welcome to Zimbabwe's television network, where we are hosting the National University's Quiz Challenge of 2020. We are about to go into our fourth episode. Certainly, we shall be having the same questions that we asked the teams from the third episode. The third episode consisted of the teams University of Zimbabwe, Bindura University of Science Education, Manicaland State University of Applied Sciences, and Gwanda State University. The next team that shall be coming through are Great Zimbabwe University, Harare Institute of Technology, the current holders of that trophy, Midlands State University, and National University of Science and Technology. You shall be reminded that at the end of these two sessions, the penultimate one we've had and this final one, those two teams with the lowest points will be set to go and retire as the rest go forward. I am your host, I'm your quiz master, I'm Robert Mukwendiwa, and we shall be showing you those teams as they come through. There they are. They're coming from the quarantine area where they were being held. And we're back, certainly. Yes, we're back. Felicitas Masaya. Tinashe Jijita, you've been with us along the way, and keep watching and keep supporting your teams. Melissa C. Mukundu, we see you and we see your contributions. Kudzai Chimombe, thank you. As the teams make their way into the studio here, filing and taking their positions at the podium. Of course, if you're just joining us, you're here on Zimbabwe's television network, where we shall be commencing the fourth episode of this university's quiz challenge, proudly sponsored by the Swedish Embassy in Zimbabwe and Say What, our partners. I'm joined now by the Great Zimbabwe University, the National University of Science and Technology, the Midlands State University, and of course our defending champions, the Harare Institute of Technology. Because we've got people who are just joining us, I will ask you, starting of course from Great Zimbabwe University, to introduce yourselves, give us your name and the program towards which you are reading. Great Zimbabwe.
Hi, I'm Samantha Mukoi. I'm studying urban planning and development.
Hello, I am John T. Guma. I'm studying law.
Thank you so much, Great Zimbabwe University, National University of Science
Hi.
and Technology.
Hi, my name is Tinashe Banda, studying accounting.
Hi, my name is Rachel Pamala, doing environmental science and health.
Thank you very much, Nast. Moving on to the Midlands State University.
Hello, my name is Lynette Ndlovu. I'm doing medicine.
Warm greetings to you all. I am Shingai Mabwe and I'm studying law.
Thank you very much, Midlands State University. Before now, I move finally to the Harare Institute of Technology.
Hi Rob, my name is Anis Humphrey Kumira. I'm studying financial engineering.
Hi, my name is Maud Foucault. I'm studying chemical and process systems engineering.
Thank you very much. Your task is absolutely simple. It is to make sure you garner as much points as possible and stay ahead of the pack. Of course, as you will know, we've got now a tomb of the unknown university. We've lost two universities and you do not want the empty podium to be yours. So the idea is to keep fighting and be absolutely relentless. As I said, you've got 20 seconds to answer the question that I will ask. Whenever you think you have become cognizant of my question, you are allowed to start, of course, writing the answer on your slate, but I will not allow you to go beyond the 20 seconds that have been stipulated thereafter. I shall then ask you to brandish your slates before I ask you to read out exactly the answer you will have written as you will have written it on your slate. The first question comes from the first category, which is drawn from family planning and contraception. I will want to reiterate the fact that you were in quarantine when we were holding the other episode, and to also tell our viewers elsewhere that you were not privy to these questions because obviously you were in our quarantine area without your gadgets. Question number 1. What does the abbreviation POP in oral contraceptives stand for? What does the abbreviation POP in oral contraceptives stand for? Your time is up. May you please stop writing immediately. May you please brandish your slates towards me. And starting with Great Zimbabwe University, please read exactly what you have written on your slate.
Prevalence oral protection.
National University of Science and Technology.
Progesterone only pill.
Midlands State University.
Progesterone only pills.
And the Harare Institute of Technology.
Post-exposure, P.
The answer I sought was progesterone only pill. Moving to question number 2. What term is used to define any physical or mental illness or disability directly related to pregnancy and or childbirth? What term is used to define any physical or mental illness or disability directly related to pregnancy and or childbirth?
Five, 4,
10 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
May you stop writing and immediately brandish your slates towards me. I'll start with Great Zimbabwe University. Please read exactly the answer as written on your slate.
Post-pregnant syndrome.
National University of Science and Technology.
Postpartum syndrome.
Midlands State University.
Maternal morbidity.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
Postpartum illness.
The prescribed answer I have for you is maternal morbidity. Question number 3. What was the Zimbabwean fertility rate for 2019? What was the Zimbabwean fertility rate for the year 2019?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your time being up, please brandish your slates towards me. And starting with Great Zimbabwe University, please state what's on your
58%.
58%. National University of Science and Technology.
443 out of 100,000.
443 out of 100,000. Midlands State University.
4.1.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
3.53 children per woman.
3.53 children per woman. The answer I have is 3.5 births per woman. Moving on to question number 4. In which year did Zimbabwe introduce the female condom to the public? In which year did the nation of Zimbabwe introduce the female condom to the public?
Five, 4,
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Stop writing and brandish your slates towards me. We'll start with Great Zimbabwe University. Please read the answer you have.
2003.
National University of Science and Technology.
1997.
The Midlands State University.
2002.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
2017.
I'm shocked they arrived that late into your neck of the woods, because in my neck of the woods they arrived in 1997. And finally, name one raw material used to make male condoms. Name one raw material used to make male condoms.
Five,
5
4,
seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Please brandish your answers my direction. And then I will ask Great Zimbabwe University, please read your answer.
Latex.
National University of Science and Technology.
Latex wrap.
And Midlands State University.
Polyurethane or latex.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
Latex.
Latex rubber is indeed the correct answer. Category 2 commences now, and it is drawn from sexually transmitted infections, including HIV and AIDS. Question number 1. What does the abbreviation RNA in human biology stand for? What does the abbreviation RNA in human biology stand for?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Stop writing. Midlands State University on a roll, and you've got the light on. You are having a light bulb moment there for you. Let's hope your answer is that bright. I'll start with Great Zimbabwe University. Please read out your answer.
It's only reversal.
National University of Science and Technology.
Ribonucleic acid.
Midlands State University.
Ribonucleic acid.
And the Harare Institute of Technology.
Ribonucleic acid.
Ribonucleic acid is the stipulated answer. What type of immunity refers to a condition where a person is given antibodies to a disease rather than producing them through his or her own immune system? What type of immunity refers to a condition where a person is given antibodies to a disease rather than producing them through his or her own immune system?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop writing. Please brandish your slates. Stop writing and brandish your slates. I will start with Great Zimbabwe University. Read your answer.
Vaccination.
National University of Science and Technology.
Immunization.
The Midlands State University.
Acquired immunity.
And the Harare Institute of Technology.
AIDS.
The answer is passive immunity. According to UNAIDS, what was the global range of the number of people living with HIV in 2019? What was the global range, according to UNAIDS, of the number of people living with HIV across the globe in 2019?
Five, 4,
5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Time's up. May you please stop writing immediately. Brandish your, thank you. And we're starting with Great Zimbabwe University. What is your answer?
Plus or minus 1.5 million.
And National University of Science and Technology.
37.9%.
Midlands State University.
1.3 million.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
Between 35 and 40 million.
Answer I sought was between 31.6 million and 44.5 million. Question number 4. Which other STI besides HIV can be transmitted to an unborn child? What other STI besides HIV can be transmitted to the unborn baby?
Five, four, three, two, one.
May you all stop writing and please brandish your boards. And at this rate, should our lights bill be great or greater than we anticipate, we will send the bill to MSU. You are on a roll with that light. I'll start with Great Zimbabwe University. Please read out your
Syphilis.
answer. Once again,
Syphilis.
National University of Science and Technology.
Herpes.
Midlands State University.
Syphilis.
And the Harare Institute of Technology.
Hepatitis B.
The answer I sought is syphilis. Question number 5. Which is the most common way of HIV transmission? Which is the most common way of HIV transmission?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Stop writing. Brandish your slates towards me. And starting with Great Zimbabwe University, please read out your answers.
Unprotected sexual intercourse with an infected person.
And National University of Science and Technology.
Heterosexual sex with an infected person.
Midlands State University.
Unprotected sexual intercourse with an infected partner.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
Sexual intercourse.
Unprotected sexual intercourse with an HIV positive person was my stipulated answer, leading us into category 3, drawn from SGBV and sexual health. That's SGBV and sexual health. Question number 1. In regional legislation, what does the abbreviation CEDAW stand for? In regional legislation, what does the abbreviation CEDAW stand for?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Stop writing. Your time is up. May you please brandish your slates. Led by Great Zimbabwe University, please tell us the answers that you have written.
Convention on Ending Domestic Violence Against something.
Against all what?
All four when we're still writing.
Okay. National University of Science and Technology.
Convention on the elimination of all discrimination against women.
Midlands State University.
SEDO.
Yeah, that's kind of what I asked. Harare Institute of Technology.
What you asked.
Okay, you wrote what I asked. Okay. It's the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. Question number 2. What term is given to the process of assessing the implications for women and men of any planned action, policies, programs, and/or legislation in all areas and at all levels? What term is given to the process of assessing the implications for women and men of any planned action, policies, programs, or legislation in all areas and at all levels?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Your time is up. May you stop writing and please brandish your slates. Great Zimbabwe University, what is on your slate?
Affirmative action.
National University of Science and Technology,
Human rights.
Midlands State University, and Harare Institute of Technology. The answer I sought was gender mainstreaming. Gender mainstreaming. Question 3. According to the World Health Organization 2020 fact sheet, how many children aged 2 to 17 are estimated to have experienced physical, sexual, or emotional violence globally? According to the World Health Organization 2020 fact sheet, how many children around the world aged 2 to 17 are estimated to have experienced physical, sexual, or emotional violence globally? 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Your time is up. May you stop writing and brandish your... Thank you. Great Zimbabwe University, state your answer.
It's 20%.
National University of Science and Technology,
33%.
Midlands State University,
12%.
Harare Institute of Technology.
20%.
Well, my question which sought to find out how many children, in fact, has the answer 1 billion. Question number 4. In what year was the Domestic Violence Act enacted in Zimbabwe? In what year was the Domestic Violence Act enacted in Zimbabwe?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. May you brandish your slates towards me. Great Zimbabwe University,
In 2007.
National University of Science and Technology,
2007.
Midlands State University,
2007.
and Harare Institute of Technology.
26 February 2007.
Act 14 of 2006. And question number 5. Name any African country that practices sexual cleansing as a rite of passage to womanhood. Name any African country that still practices sexual cleansing as a rite of passage to womanhood.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
With your time being up, I will ask that you brandish your slates. And I will ask that Great Zimbabwe University lead us in reciting their answer.
Sudan.
National University of Science and Technology,
Malawi.
Midlands State University,
Malawi.
Harare Institute of Technology.
Malawi.
Answers provided, provisional answers are Malawi, Kenya, Zambia, Uganda, Tanzania, Mozambique, Angola, Cote d'Ivoire, Congo. Now, in quarantine, there's a team which obviously had the lowest points the first time around. What you are battling to do is to make sure that the lowest here has more points than the lowest 2 in the last team. And look at them. They are wishing, hoping, and praying for your failure. Some of you are probably doing them proud. Some of you are threatening them. But that's where you were, and that's where they are now. And what we're seeing are live pictures as they await the results from this current session. Of course, we have one category left to go before we can actually absolutely find out who will make it and who I will not be seeing standing at the podium tomorrow as we go on the ultimate day of this quiz competition. Now, category 5 is drawn from climate change and Environment. Question number 1. In climate change, the abbreviation GCIS stands for what? What does the abbreviation GCIS stand for in climate change?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Stop writing and please brandish your stop writing immediately and brandish those slates. I will commence with asking Great Zimbabwe University what answer you have written on your board.
Governmental, conventional, international systems.
National University of Science and Technology.
Global Customer Information System.
Midlands State University.
Global Communicative Information Systems.
Could you take that again?
Global Communicative Information Systems.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
Global Change Information Systems.
The correct answer is Global Change Information System. Question number 2. What is the term used to define ground, any ground, whether soil or rock, and including ice or organic material, that remains at or below 0 degrees Celsius for at least 2 consecutive years? What is the name used to define ground, soil or rock, and including ice or organic material that remains at or below 0 degrees Celsius for at least 2 consecutive years?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop writing and brandish your slates towards me. Brandish your slates, please. And I will ask that Great Zimbabwe, you start by reading what's on your slate.
It's glacier.
National University of Science and Technology, take your time.
Rocks.
Midlands State University.
Blank.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
Sedimentary rocks.
The correct answer that I sought is permafrost. Question number 3. How many countries were affected by the 2019 cyclone Idai? How many countries were affected by the 2019, directly affected by the 2019 cyclone Idai?
Five,
5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop writing and please brandish your led by Great Zimbabwe University. Please read out the answer that you have.
4.
National University of Science and Technology.
3.
Midlands State University.
2.
Harare Institute of Technology.
3.
Great Zimbabwe University. What 4 countries come to mind?
There is Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Malawi, and South Africa.
And Harare Institute of Technology. What 3 countries come to mind?
Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Malawi.
Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Malawi are the 3 countries that were affected by Cyclone Idai. Question number 4. A legally binding document which seeks to reduce carbon emissions at global level adopted in December 1997 is referred to as what? What is the name of the legally binding document which seeks to reduce carbon emissions at global level which was adopted in December of 1997?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop writing and brandish your answers. Great Zimbabwe University.
It's the Kyoto Protocol.
National University of Science and Technology,
Kyoto.
Midlands State University, and the Harare Institute of Technology.
Kyoto Protocol.
The Kyoto Protocol it is. Finally, name the country which was rated as the highest carbon dioxide emitter in 2019. Name the country which was rated the highest carbon dioxide emitter of the year 2019.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Stop writing and brandish those slates. Certainly, this has been an intriguing round. Certainly, it also has been a very intriguing episode. You have played ball and played ball well, but unfortunately, only 6 of you can progress. And now our adjudicators are going to be collating the points as Great Zimbabwe University lead us in telling us who the greatest emitters for last year were.
It's China.
National University of Science and Technology,
China.
Midlands State University,
China.
and the Harare Institute of Technology.
China.
China, it certainly is. And what shall happen is very soon we shall be retiring you to that space where you have been cooked, slow cooked if I will. And when you are there, as we collate these questions, we shall certainly be getting back to you. I shall ask at the moment if I can at least get those visuals of the quarantine area. We certainly would have wanted to get the visuals from that. But before I allow you to leave, I am going to have a word with the adjudicators because, of course, we've come to the tail end of what we were doing today, and we certainly want to have their contributions with regards the wrap-up today. Oh, and you've got a saving grace. It turns out my script had omitted 5 questions, no less, 10 points. So if you think you did absolutely horribly, you have 5 questions to make amends and make attonation. Of course, there were a bit of changes that were being made onto my original script for the category on COVID-19, malaria, tuberculosis, mental health, and cancers of the reproductive system. So, it's time to play. Question number 1. What does the abbreviation ARDS, which is related to coronavirus clinical syndromes, stand for? What does the abbreviation ARDS, which is related to coronavirus clinical syndromes, stand for?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Time's up. Please brandish your... Thank you. Great Zimbabwe University, what answer do you have?
It's blank.
National University of Science and Technology,
Acute respiratory disease syndrome.
Midlands State University,
Acute respiratory distress syndrome.
and Harare Institute of Technology.
Acute respiratory disease.
The answer I seek is acute respiratory distress syndrome. Question number 2. What is the other term used to refer to the time it takes for someone with an infection to start showing symptoms of COVID-19? That is the 2 to 14 days after infection in the case of COVID-19. What is the other term used to refer to that time it takes for someone with an infection to start showing symptoms of COVID-19? Now that's the 2 to 14 day period after infection in the case of COVID-19. You have 5 seconds
5,
more to go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Brandish your slates, starting with the great Zimbabwe University. State your answer.
It's window period.
National University of Science and Technology.
Window period.
Midlands State University.
Incubation period.
And the Harare Institute of Technology.
Quarantine.
The answer I sought is, of course, incubation period. By the 31st of July 2020, how many COVID-19 deaths had been recorded in Zimbabwe? By the 31st of July 2020, how many COVID-19 deaths had been recorded in Zimbabwe? 10 seconds to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time's up. Brandish your slates. With GZU leading us, give us your answer.
It's plus or minus 100 cases.
National University of Science and Technology.
57 deaths.
Midlands State University.
98.
Harare Institute of Technology.
12.
The correct answer is 67 deaths. Question number 4. What was the age range for the 800,000 girls who were targeted to receive the human papilloma virus vaccine introduced by Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, in 2018? What was the age range for the 800,000 girls who were targeted to receive the human papilloma virus HPV vaccine introduced by Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, in the year 2018?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
With your time up, may you please brandish your answers. And Great Zimbabwe University.
10 years and below.
National University of Science and Technology.
10 to 14 years.
Midlands State University.
9 to 23 years.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
10 to 18 years.
The answer is 10 to 14. And what finally does the R number in COVID-19 prevention represent? What does the R number in COVID-19 prevention represent? A light bulb moment coming there from Midlands State University.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your time is up. Your saving grace round. Brandish. And I'll start with Great Zimbabwe University.
Reproduction number.
National University of Science and Technology.
Reproductive rate, how one can spread the COVID-19.
Midlands State University.
Resurgence.
And Harare Institute of Technology.
Reproductive number.
The reproduction number, which is a way of rating coronavirus or any disease's ability to spread, which now indeed certainly spells the end of our day here. But if you're watching from home, stay tuned, because we shall certainly be announcing the 2 teams that have been knocked out today on episodes 3 and 4. We shall be taking them to that quarantine center, where they shall be joining their colleagues and waiting with bated breath to hear who the 2 teams are that shall not be joining us tomorrow as we recommence. A number of you have been asking what time we commence tomorrow. We start bright and early at 10 a.m. Central African time, and we shall, of course, be recommencing the National Universities Quiz Challenge. I shall be allowing that my holding be opened and unsealed, and fingers crossed, all the best to all of you. And certainly I know I shall be seeing some of you at least tomorrow as we progress. So the lovely Sandra, please unseal the hold. And led by Great Zimbabwe University, take that stroll, and we shall hopefully be seeing you. And I shall be seeing you in the quarantine area, of course, as I bring the answers to your problems. Who is going home? Now, of course, as the students make their way into the quarantine area where they shall be joining their colleagues, I shall be crossing over live yet again to Candice Mwakalele, who's going to be speaking to Rachel, one of the Say What program officers, as we eagerly await the results. And those results, of course, are coming very soon, because Lofort Chiketa says, please, we want those results as soon as possible, because my bundle, my one. Now, Candice Mwakalele, please go ahead and hold that interview as we await the results.
At the condomized desk all day, and I know you've been wondering what's going on. So with me, I have Rachel. She's the project officer at Say What, and she's going to talk us through the Condomize campaign. Rachel, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So, Condomize, why this particular campaign?
Okay, so with Condomize, we've realized that we need to promote safer sex amongst our young people. So that's how we came to have this Condomize campaign. It started way back in 2015 at the CASA conference. Yes. So like the good thing about using condoms, amongst other interventions, is that it prevents our young people from contracting STIs, from contracting HIV, and also from unintended pregnancies. So it having a full package of that, we realized, you know what, why not teach our young people about condomizing? But of course, it's not like we're promoting sex, but we're promoting safer sex for those who are indulging. But of course, it's a full package. It's a holistic package where we talk about abstinence as well. So we talk about abstinence, we talk about condomize for those who are sexually active. So in short, that's condomize for you.
All right. So now you do find that in some instances, someone would hesitate to use condoms because to them they're like, oh, but if I'm seen with these, you know, whether it's by my parents or it's someone I respect, they'll judge me. Or how do you navigate that particular block?
Yeah, it's very true. Talking about condoms, especially with our young people, is not something that is so easy to talk about, because our society has not yet accepted condoms as much as we want them to, including even the parents and guidance of our young people. They don't want to accept the fact that our young people are indulging, but they are. So it's not really easy to talk about condoms with our young people, but we're trying our best, of course, even to talk about condoms openly, like having these campaigns like we're doing, because a lot of times we have these campaigns as an open door campaign, where we talk about condoms freely at an open space, so where everyone is free and they're comfortable to talk about condoms. So we're trying to make it a commodity that is that people can be used to talk about, but we haven't achieved it as yet. But yeah, we're trying our best. But it's not a topic that is yet acceptable amongst especially parents and people out there.
All right. Now, Rachel, just talk me through maybe a session on a campus. How would you go about the education of, how to use condoms, where to get them, what the advantages are? How would you go about, kind of just talking to students about these issues?
Okay, so at a college setup, we have got what we call our peer educators. So with our peer educators, we train these peer educators on how to use condoms. So these peer educators then cascade the message down to their peers and to their friends at a campus. We also what we call resource centers. At a resource center, it's a hub where our young people, our students, they feel free. It's a safe space, if I can call it that, where they can access their condoms freely without fear of being judged, without fear of who's looking at me, who's seeing me, and a lot of things like that. So at a resource center, they can find their condoms there, they can get the education, they can get the entertainment as well. So it's a free space, it's a safe space for them where they really feel comfortable and they're good to do whatever they want. And the other services that they can get from the resource center as well, besides condoms. So it's a package where they can get everything that they need at a college setup.
All right. Now, talking about, being able to get everything they need, I see we do have a variety of products that are here on display. And it's not just the condoms that everybody will be the first to pick up and recognize and become interested. We also have these disposable, reusable sanitary pads, well packed and all that. We have lubricants, we have this is a new introduction on the Zim market, isn't it? Not a lot of people are aware of these. The butterfly cup basically is a menstrual cup. So how are you using this to kind of change how girls view their periods and for lack of a better term, the insecurity and self-awareness that comes with going on your period?
Okay, so like I said, SEWA doesn't just do with condom programming only. There are a whole lot of other programs that we do, menstrual health being one of the programs that we also do. So with the menstrual health, we have this butterfly cups and the reusable sanitary ware. So there's been a cry, especially with the young people, students, they cannot afford to buy pads every month. So when you have this cup, it can last you for about 10 years. So if you get one, apparently we are just giving them for free to our students, but you can have them maybe in your pharmacies, you can just buy one. So it can last for 10 years, like I'm saying. So if you purchase one, that means for the coming 5 to 10 years of your life at college or even outside college, you can have something to use. Because we've had a lot of cases where our young people are using cloth, some say cow dung, some say a lot of other things that are not really health for them. So a butterfly cup will be something that they can use for a longer period of time, and it's hygienic enough for our young people. So it's economic as well. It's a once-off thing that you buy once per 5-10 years, and you're good. So yeah, this is one of the programs that we have amongst a lot of other programs that we do at SEWA.
Right, now Rachel, in conclusion, when a student wants to get involved in the SEWA activities, maybe they want to become a peer educator, what are the processes that they need to follow to get in touch with you guys and go through the motions of becoming part of the SEWA team?
Okay, so with SEWA, our structures, we have got different provinces. We've got 6 provinces across Zimbabwe. We've got Bulawayo province, we've got Midlands province, that's Gweru, and we've got Harare province, this is the metropolitan Harare. We've got Manicaland province, that is your CAT and your Bindura University of Science Education. We've got GZU under Masvingo province and also Mutare province. So in each province we have what we call the provincial coordinators, and we've got provincial offices there. So at every college, not every college, but every province, we've got a resident office there. So in every college, we have got a peer educators club, where our peer educators, someone wants to join in, can just join the peer educators club. You follow the procedures, subscribe, and it's a package. It's a whole lot of things. You can get there and get the information on how you can join the SEWA club and become a peer educator. Then you can participate. Yeah, you can just participate in any of our activities. But it's free. You can just join. Anyone is free to join. Of course, there's a small fee of a subscription. maybe $1 US or something. I'll need to check, but it's free for everyone, just open for everyone. Any student can be a PH creator for Say What, yes.
Rachel, thank you so much for joining us and for just giving us a bit more insight into the Condomize campaign. And hopefully a lot more students will be interested in joining Say What in their activities, regardless of which university or college you are at. Now, of course, we have been eliminating our universities 2 at a time. And so I think it's time for us to find out which are the next 2 universities to leave the quiz.